Good afternoon. Life, well, it's beautiful, guys. It truly is beautiful. When you're able to pull back the curtain and realize, wow, this is what it's really about. Well, then things start to just make sense and start to reveal themselves in certain ways that just add more proof to the pudding, more context, more like, yeah, this is why I'm here. Okay? So before I kind of dive into the point I'm trying to make today, if you guys wouldn't mind, please take a second here, click like, click subscribe. Let's just help move this channel forward and keep the positive energy, positive affirmation, positive mindset flowing. And how do we do that? Well, let's look at life as a ledger, because it is. It's always going to come down to the decisions that we make. The person that you are today is a culmination of the decisions that you've made in the last 3-5 years, last year, whatever. It's a culmination of the decisions you've made up to this point has resulted you in the person that you are. This is where you're at. This is what your ledger reads based on the credits and debits up to this point. Credits and debits. Well, credits, of course, is any decision that you make that positively influences yourself or others. This is a positive action. I feel good about it. I'm adding benefit. I'm adding value to me or others, and I'm servicing others. It's very straightforward. Debits? Well, this decision does not better me one bit. I'm making a negative choice, a negative impact on my well-being. I am not servicing others by making this choice. It's just a filler. And the more, it's like run an internal audit, guys. Like take a moment here and do an internal audit on your ledger. What choices do you make every single day that gets you closer to the person you want to be? Now, something happened to me today that really helps like just contextualize this with a real life example, okay? And that's what happens. Like when you walk down the right path and you make the right decisions and your heart is really in there too. Hey, guess what? Today I'm going to be my best self. Today my goal is to be my best self and find ways to service other people. If you haven't realized, guys, that's why I'm making this channel, of course, is because it's not, again, I've said it before, and I will be a broken record with some things, but guess what? To ingrain this stuff in your mind, it's going to take repetition. To make things a habit and make them make sense to where you actually fully grasp them, you're going to have to hear them from different ways and multiple times for it to fully resonate. Because guess what? There's a lot of clutter in there from other sources that we need to fucking sift through before this start. Yeah, okay, now it's fucking making sense. So for me today, it's like I had this experience at the bank just earlier. And to elaborate a little, like take a step back here. So I went and got a massage a couple weeks back, well, 13 days ago. And when I got the massage, the lady, she incorrectly charged my card, processed it for more, added more of a tip than what charged my card for more than what it should have been. Let's just put it at that, okay? And then she went and obviously said she refunded it and properly charged my card the adequate amount. You know, I'm sitting here waiting for the refund to hit my, my statement. Nothing has come through, yada, yada. Well, then it's now 13 days later, and the email is sent saying, 10 days, what have you, and then it should be on my account. Still nothing. So I went to the massage parlor yesterday. Give me the runaround. I'm not sure why it's not there. Go contact your bank, yada, yada. So, of course, today I went to the bank, and I'm sitting in the bank. And well, before I actually sit down, I'm walking into the lobby, And there's this little old lady that's in front of me. And she's walking through the entry, whatever, what do you call those? The roped off like aisle. And she's just, barely moving. Just creeping along. And there's enough room to where I could like mosey on around her and boom, and then ultimately be in front of her in line. And it's not like she's not even in line yet. She's going through but how would, if you were that lady and someone did that to you, how would you feel? It would make you feel bad. Because you see someone with a little bit more pep in their step that's younger than you, that is just breezing on through, and here you are, just barely moving along. It's so disrespectful, but it would have been something that I would have done like a couple years ago. No doubt about it. There's not a doubt in my mind. I would have just walked right around past that lady, been the next person in line. Snooze, you lose, ma'am. And I thought about it. And I thought, that's a horrible decision, and that's not servicing others. It doesn't help me. In this case, the benefit that I would get from cutting in front of the lady, the time saved doesn't outweigh the way I would feel about it. So, no, that is not a credit in any way. That's a debit to my ledger. By making that choice to cut around that lady would be a debit. So no, I sat back and I was patient. I'm not, more out of the kindness for this little sweet lady. That would ruffle her feathers, and that's the last thing I want to do. So then she gets to the front of the line, and she's like holding on to like the end of the ribbon. Okay, like the end of like the taped off ribbon aisle. You know what I'm saying here. And she's kind of helping and hold herself up. And then it's her time to go. And like she's trying to kind of like get off, like, and she's having a hard time taking the next step forward as she's now put her weight kind of on this. So I step up and I assist and I walk her to the teller's booth. Now, to go a little bit further, that's the credit that I get from this experience, okay? I got to service and help this little old lady, which if you're thinking, okay, what's the point here? Then you've got a lot of work to do. I'm just going to call a spade a fucking spade. We are here to help and service others, big or small. So, well, let's see here. It didn't stop, did it? Nope. Looked like my recording might have stopped when a phone call came in. Whatever. We're moving forward. But we are here to help and service others, big or small. There's no, that's not worth my time. What the fuck kind of attitude is that? No, it's always worth your time, or should be worth your time, because we're here to help other people. So I sit down because what I'm doing is ultimately at the bank to dispute a charge. So now I can't just go to the teller. I have to sit down and wait for one of the, big wigs to help me out or whatever. So I sit down, and as we all know, it's like pulling teeth in a bank. I feel like it's something. Man, why are these moving so slow? But it's all good. We got to get this shit done. It's not a big deal. So I just start to chat with some folks that are sitting there, and had really good conversation. Had really good conversation with some other seniors that just happen to be in the bank, and just some random ass people. But it felt good. Just having good real conversations with strangers, and that was just organic, sheer organic. But as it's finally my turn to kind of get assisted, and I go talk to the bank lady. She was not in the best mood. She just walked in from lunch, saw the lobby of people, and then dipped into the bathroom to get her last minute or 2 minutes of break. We know the feeling. But I sit down, I'm chatting with the lady, and so I pull up my actual ledger, my bank account ledger, coincidentally. Pun intended, or no pun intended, but pun intended here. Duh. And I'm like, look at these charges. Like, so this is the one that I'm waiting to get refunded, which has not been refunded yet. And she's like clueless. She's like, that's an ACH charge, not a debit. Like, you know, we're trying to piece all this shit together. And then she calls another lady, and lady's like, have you purchased anything else overseas or anything like that? Like, that could maybe amount to this charge. Sat there and thought about it. Okay, yeah, actually, now I do know what that charge is for. I did make a purchase, through a PayPal purchase, on January 17th, which then ultimately didn't show up on my account until January 1st. And then, and it showed up on my account to where the payment was right next to the payment that was processed and where the one that should have been refunded would have been. Here's the kicker. They were both $103 charges. So, I see a charge for $103. I see the charge that it should have been for $95, and then there was no refund. And like, whenever you refund a charge, usually it's charged, then the refunded charge, dispersed back to your account. But there was no transaction whatsoever. So all I see is this 103 charge from a purchase that I made 4 or 5 days prior, which is now just on my ledger, and then the other one. So this shit, it's a lot to probably just hear me talk about it, but it was fucking confusing how the way that it just worked. But needless to say, I had misinterpreted the situation. That $103 charge, which coincidentally again was the same amount that I was trying to dispute, was a charge from 5 days. So the charge wasn't there. So me being in the bank was for no reason. I had no business going to the bank today and sitting there talking with the folks, having a good time with them, then potentially disputing this charge. I had no business being in there. Or so you would think. Why was I there? It was to help that lady. And how do you think I feel about it? Life will orchestrate and maneuver in the weirdest ways and then put you where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there. Always. Fucking always. But the thing is that if you run an internal audit and your ledger is just filled with debits, there's no credits here, like you're not doing anything to add value to yourself or to this fucking place. If there's no credits and it's just on rolling ledger of debits, negative decision. I'm not doing this. Oh, let me go grab a beer. Let me eat fast food. Let me be promiscuous. Let me hop on social media. Negative. Every decision you make is doing nothing but moving you backwards. Well, then the universe is going to put you where you fucking belong. And the thing is that when you are negative, like the thought of getting gratification from helping a lady at the bank probably isn't there. You're probably like, oh, okay, cool. You helped the lady at the bank. And that's fine. You can feel that way. But then what's gratifying to you? What do you do every day that you love to do? It's fine. If you're beyond picking up trash every morning or helping people at the bank or saying good morning. This is where it's obvious, okay? Every minute, every moment, every decision is a chance to turn it all around. What has happened up to this point has only got you to this point. Now fucking do something else about it. I say good morning to every soul that I see. I say it with conviction because it's the truth. I am not beyond saying good morning or how you doing to anybody. But what blows my mind is when someone is too good or beyond saying, hey, how you doing back? Or good morning. Or what the fuck is going on in your life to where you can't just say good morning back? But that's how people are. So yeah, helping a little lady walk through the bank would be beyond someone or would not make sense to someone who can't even say fucking good morning to you. I do everything with the intention of adding credits to my ledger. Person, hey, good morning. No, good morning. Credit, trash on the ground, good morning. Plant, water it, good morning. Everything you can do. Pet dog, there's a dog, pet the dog. Not just for the dog, but how do owners feel when you pet the dogs? Everything that you do is either going to positively influence your ledger or negative. And here's the thing. Back full circle. Like, I say good morning to you, and you're in a piss fucking poor attitude, pissy poor, wham titty baby, fucking titty baby. We'll just go with that. Fucking titty babies. So you're throwing a titty baby attitude. Someone says good morning to you, and you choose to not say anything back. Is that a credit or a debit? You goddamn right it's a debit. But if you say good morning back, hey, how you doing? You know what? Fuck whatever's happened. Let me talk to this person. Holy shit! That's a credit. Continue to stack the decisions that you make every day to where they will have the best impact on who you are. And if you aren't making the decisions to move you towards the person you're trying to be, then what are we doing, guys? Get up every day and do the things that you love. And then also do the things that suck. That's it. Make the choices that are hard, because the things that suck, like, we know what they are, but we should be doing them. And then the things that we love to do, just do those as well. Like, me personally, like, next weekend I'm leaving for a music festival. I can't wait. I love dancing and psychedelics. Well, I love dancing, music, and psychedelics. Well, that's why I enjoy going to music festivals. But here's the thing. You're like, oh, well, how's that a fucking credit, Jake? Let me explain to you how it's a fucking credit. Dancing is an art. Learning to dance is being creative. Learning any skill whatsoever is fortifying your mind and becoming the best version of who you are. I practice shuffling every single day. That way, whenever I go and enjoy myself, I am my best self. Like, I used to look back at the day, wasn't that long ago, I really wish I could shuffle. I really, just sit there and really wish, but never do anything about it. Okay, so you want to do something, then do it. You ain't just going to okay, I want to shuffle, boom, I know how. That's just the fucking stupidest thing in the world. But for some reason, that's what we all want. We just want, I wish this or I want that. But then when it comes to putting forth the work to do it, no, you don't want to do that at all. So, shuffling, yeah, I love it, passionate about it. Love to dance. As we all should. I feel like we all love music, but the reason why people are too scared to dance is because they're too worried about what everyone else fucking thinks. I stand by that. If you love music, the movement that goes along with music is dancing, so fucking dance. Always. Put on some music. You feel bad? You're having a bad day? Put some music on and dance. You will be smiling. There's no fucking... You can't tell me otherwise. So dancing and psychedelics. Well, psychedelics too. That is a credit to my ledger. Because psychedelics only get you to think more. Only open up your mind more. Make you think introspectively more. Make you visualize and think about who you really are and what you really want more. The people who don't like psychedelics, the people who have bad trips or have something negative to say, or more so the stigma around media and society as to what is wrong with them, is because of how powerful they truly are when you know how to fucking use them. But those who don't, or have bad trips, or whatever, you don't have mental strength. It is what it is. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. But yet you'll go to the bar and put a fucking mask on 2-3 times a week. Dance around as if you're somebody. When in fact you know that's not the real you. You know that you wish you weren't doing that. Every day you get up and you're like, or every day you wake up after the decisions you made the night before and you realize they only moved you further from the person you were actually trying to become. How much longer are we going to keep doing it, guys? The choice is always yours. When you start to look at your life as a ledger and all you want to do is add credits and you stop debiting that fucking thing, you will feel wealthy. Your ledger, you run an internal audit of your ledger. Like, seriously, okay, this is how I spend my day. This is what I do. Then it'll be like, whoop, light will go on. Holy shit. I don't do anything. I don't do anything to better myself, so for me to feel better about myself would be fucking asinine. But when you start to do more for yourself, when you fill your cup, when your cup is truly full, then you will want to begin to fill others. Service. And then helping the little lady at the bank will be the high point of your day. No breaks. We're all in. Click like, click subscribe, and let's keep moving forward, guys. Fucking get it.